All right, let's talk about Iniedo. Remember that story with Iniedo? I said Iniedo, Edo. Remember that story with Iniedo, right? Let me play a video for you. That story with Iniedo and Empress, and then somehow she's caught up in the cobwebs of Empress and John. What's his name? Josh Wade, the criminal that's been captured now, right? Yeah, let's talk about them really quickly. I want to play a video for you really quickly. Let me find that video. Remember, Iniedo said she didn't know this guy at all. The guy just called randomly and she was at the airport. Remember that? And she was like, what happened to the audio of the video? What happened to the audio of the video? How come nobody is bringing the audio of the video out? Some videos that leaked, right? That linked in. And I want to get your opinions on this, okay? But let me play this video. Another video came out, was basically on the internet, on Instagram. And I was like, all right, that's the video. There's no audio to it, okay? But if you look through the corners, in the corner, this is a conversation, allegedly, because people do Photoshop stuff. The guy is in the corner talking. You can zoom in if you want, okay? I don't know how you're gonna zoom, but it's quite relaxed. He looks quite relaxed on this, whatever they're talking about, right? And she doesn't seem like she's in a rush this time. She seems like she's lying on her chest or stomach, right? And the guy is doing a lot of the yanni, but it's another video, right? So she claimed that she did not know this guy, even though when they asked her about how did the picture of your passport, the image of your passport end up in this guy's phone and stuff, it can end up there for any reason. We don't know, right? But I was just curious. I was like, do you still believe that she didn't have anything to do with this guy? She didn't know this guy at all? Do you still believe that? If she was involved with this guy, it wouldn't be a crime. It'd be reckless and careless, just like it was for Empress, right? But was she involved with him? Just a question, okay? I don't know, obviously, right? But it's just interesting, right? It's not interesting that she's involved with him. It's interesting that when they try to control narrative, or when they try to do damage control, they tend to forget, right? See, the best thing I would do, right, if I were these people, right, if I have issues, right, and somebody's trying to blackmail me, the best thing you do with blackmail is number one, you call the police. Number two, you ignore. Okay? Number one, you call the police. Number two, you ignore. I need you to write that down, okay? Because maybe you've participated in bad behaviors too in the past. Maybe somebody that you took a liking to, interest in, were recording you, and you were just on your soft life mode. You didn't really know them. For some reason, you find yourself in a situation of blackmail, right? It's very common, by the way. It's very, very common. But again, I just want you to pay attention to some of these things because it can happen to anybody, right? Your natural reaction will be, let me protect myself, right? Let me see here. Yep. That will be your natural reaction. Let me protect myself. Let me lie. Sometimes, people treat lying like, oh, is this intentional thing? Sometimes it's a knee-jerk reaction, right? Let me come up with something to protect myself. Effectively lying, right? I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying two video calls. If these are actual real videos, I do think she was capping big time. Cap. I think she was capping big time. Who are the other actresses that were involved with this guy? Because apparently that's what he's known for. Right? It wasn't just one person, right? And over the past several weeks, a lot of Nollywood actresses, their nude were released onto the internet. I still don't know who these people are, but maybe they were D class. I think the person that may seem a little bit more BA class here is Iniedo. Yeah, be careful. There's this thing, a lot of young people now, they make fun of people that don't record themselves when they're doing Kerewa. It's not a big deal, right? It's not really a big deal. It's not that deep. You're acting like you're 40 plus. Well, I am 40 plus. Right. But the truth is that those videos, those pictures can end up anywhere. Be guided. And if it does end up someone is trying to blackmail you, call the police, report it. That's all you can do, I guarantee. Anything else you do is going to make it worse. Have you noticed that when you try to control narrative, it makes things worse, right? Two things you need to do. Call the police. The next thing you should ignore. Continue your life. It's not, I guarantee you, everyone is not going to fall out of the skies if they release your nude to the public. It won't be the end of the world. It's nothing. No big deal. Okay? But if you try to overreact to it, or you're making statements that are not professionally structured, you haven't spoken to a PR, especially if you're a person of status, it's only going to work. It's only going to get worse, But I wanted to get your opinions. It looks like you guys went meow on me. That's fine. But I just thought it would be interesting. But if you watch this segment later on, please do leave a comment. I want to know what your opinion. Do you believe her, or you don't believe her? I would like to know what you think about that. I'll be